Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Armstrong back with you with the weekly edition of Tuesday Tips. Thank you all again for listening in. Um, Today will be a part of an experience that I have been dealing with for quite some time now, and I'm going to get into it by basically saying this. Family therapy is now very needed for the solidation of the foundation of the household. We must learn as a family unit how to, number one, communicate. Number two, set the boundaries. Number three, apply the boundaries. And number four, set the family structure so that we know what will happen inside our household. Now, with that being said, we live in a society where 68% of families today are a blended family. A blended family, meaning that there are stepchildren, step-parents, and or either it could be grandparents taking the responsibility of raising grandchildren. Blended families. And blended families, understand this, blended families can be a blessing because you have two different personalities, two distinct cultures, two distinct ways of being raised coming into one. And I always encourage families that when you're going into a marriage or relationship and the family is blended, learn to communicate, and most of all, have patience. It could take months, it could take years, it could take years on top of years, but you must have patience because you don't know primarily what's going on with a child in the other household. You don't know. So therefore, it behooves you to have that patience. You know, you're not just going to restructure, reframe, reconstruct a little child's mentality who's coming from a different household to the way that you want it to be conformed to for a weekend or a few weeks over spring break. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. However, you must set the boundary. The boundary has to be set. And with that being said, I'm so thankful to my clients who continue to see me for their family therapy. I myself have a blended family. Yes, I do. And it's still a work in progress. But even with it being a work in progress, it is a loving family unit. And that's all I'm looking for. That's all our children are looking for, is love, attention, concern, and compassion. Because like I say, you don't know what's going on in the other household. In the other household. So I just want to give you a little bit of a basis of what family therapy looks like, okay? Family therapy, I'm reading from some of my notes here. The goal could be to improve communication patterns. How to communicate. It's not just screaming and yelling, flying off the wall because the child has done something wrong, or the husband thinks that he has to be controlling and this, that, and the other. That's not effective communication. Patience. Patience. That's the virtue here, folks. Patience with these kids. Yes, discipline plays a major factor in all of it. I was disciplined as a child. I have disciplined my own children. I disciplined my stepchildren. Well, stepchild. You're not going to just come in Dr. Armstrong's house and think you're going to take over and rule. No, you're a child. I'm going to give you love, direction, and discipline. Okay? And understand this, people. Whipping, if that's your forte of doing it, discipline, okay, that's all right. I got whipped as a child. I turned out all right. But there's a difference when it comes to whipping and a difference when it comes to child abuse. Okay? Yeah, in the African American community, even in the Caucasian European community, beatings of a child was okay. Well, when it goes too far, that's when you have a problem. When it goes way too far. Let me get through my list here because I only have a few minutes left here. Solve specific family problems. Some families do have problems, and it takes that effective communication to solve those problems. Parents, be open and have an open heart and open ear to what your children are saying. Listen to them. Okay? Listen to your children. Let them talk. Give them a space to talk. Address adverse situations in the family, such as death or serious physical or mental illnesses. Yeah, sit down and talk about things that's going on. Don't just blow it over their head. Talk about it. Talk about it. Let them know. Enhance the family functioning and so improve interactions among family members. And that is a big one. Improving interactions between family members. Step parents, you have to be interactive with your stepchildren. Parents, be interactive with your children. Be nosy. Be that mother. Be that father that's always asking questions. Where are you going? Be that mother. Be that father who's spying. I don't call it spying. I shouldn't call it spying, but who's attentive to what they're doing on their cell phones, their tablets, their laptops. You know, because the world is so diverse now, and you don't have that blanket of security that we once used to have, whereas if something was on the TV and your parent didn't like it, they could just turn off the TV. Nowadays it's so subtle and it's so secretive. Kids have in their earphones, phone plastered in the face. You may not know what they're looking at on YouTube or on the net, even some social medias. So it takes being effective. All right. And lastly, I want to say this: have some type of spiritual connection. If you're not spiritual, have some type of family ritual that can heighten the senses and the consciousness of your child. It's all about the interaction. Make it a positive interaction. You can do this. Make it a positive interaction. I'm gonna tell you what some folks come short. You want to know where? When parents get home, they're tired. They don't want to deal with the children, or they have other outside influences, boyfriends, girlfriends, blah blah blah, exes, all this kind of stuff, interfering with what should be family time. What should be family time. So I hope this little segment will help somebody. If you like this video, please subscribe to me. Everything is positive here. Everything is common sense here. If you're looking for a therapist, there are plenty of good ones out there. I would love to take you on as one of my clients and be your therapist as well. It's a common sense, faith-based approach. We can make it happen. We can change your life for the positive, for the better. That's what we're looking to do. Like and subscribe, folks. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.